So I think one of the things I wanted to kind of talk about today or touch on is this idea of essentially storytelling. And I think I'm feeling inspired just by the film Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan. And it's a very interesting topic for a movie. Like, it's sort of centered around the cultural heritage and origins of blues, and its origins in Mississippi a certain time ago. And I think I was listening to an interview that Ryan Coogler was talking about. He was talking about like why he wanted to make a movie about that. He had I think it was either his uncle or like his grandfather who would always have blues playing in the background. And when his grandfather passed, he began to associate that music with his grandfather as a way to maintain that connection between them, even after his passing. And I think that just speaks to just how important music is as a medium, as a way to kind of bridge time and space. And I think it's interesting that in him wanting to use music to relate more to his father, and that being a bridge to his idea for this music, this type of music, like its origins and just the power of it. I think it's crazy seeing how this one movie comes from this experience that he has, or that he had. I guess you could say had or has, because you can still listen to the music and have that connection with his grandfather. But I just think it's cool how that instance in his life is able to be flipped and is able to propel him into the creation of this movie. And I think that's a beautiful thing, like the richness of just storytelling. And I think it's something that we need more of in life now. And it's something that I want to do more of in my own life. I think we have this consensus that your life needs to look a certain way. It needs to be a certain way before it can be valuable or appreciated. But I don't think that's false. I don't think that's true. I think there is so much richness and so much value in the way in which we live and where we live and how we live. And I think we must never forget that. I think it's something that I'm trying to get back to. I have a background in doing art, and that was my medium for storytelling for a long time. And I think in some ways I still want that to be my medium. I haven't been able to draw as much as I would like, just because of school, studying architecture, and all the other things that get in the way, other responsibilities. But I think that obviously I want to get back into storytelling through my art, but I want to find ways to storytell through other ways. Whether it's, through this, whether it's through architecture. I think I want to get back to seeing the value of storytelling. Because I believe there's so many stories to be told. So much to be said, so much to be explained and treasured. so much to be unraveled. I think that's how I see the Sinner movies. It's a great unraveling of this thing that maybe we already understand, but it's just a different way of explaining or a different way of seeing it. Like the one particular scene with the generations of music and the way that it's been expanded and changed and transmuted. I think it's very beautiful. It's like this great unraveling of these things that we know to be true. And I think when telling stories, they don't have to be these new creations. I think there's a multitude of ways to say the same thing. And I think each of them, they can be exclusively beautiful on their own. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think in my life, I want to find a way to I want to find a way to make what's known and unknown more homogenous in the mediums that I choose. Like, I want them to be more I want them to work better together in a way. I don't know exactly how I want to do that or how I plan to do that, but kind of like what I've said in other videos, I kind of want to start. I have like this idea for this art piece that I want to do, and in a way to connect this experience, this way of documenting with that, I could document myself drawing, document myself unraveling my thought process behind certain things that I want to include, certain symbols. I'm thinking of titling the piece Heritage Over Time and Place. Me being from Mississippi, I think I want to use this as a way to uncover more of my own cultural heritage from where I am, from where I'm born and raised. And I think this would be a great avenue to do that and to explore that, and how in going to different places, I'm able to take what's within me, what lies within, my own skin color. I'm able to take that with me wherever I go. And I want this piece to be this kind of timeline, this kind of, chronological timeline of me traveling through these different places. And I think I can execute that in a way that's quite beautiful, while also documenting the things that I want to say, maybe the way, and maybe more so curating the ways in which I want people to experience what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that's the next thing I want to do. And I think the important part of all of this is just, there's beauty in your story. There's beauty in what you bring to the table, even if it doesn't seem like it. I think we all can begin this unraveling process in our lives of the beauty of what we experience, who we are, our family, our culture, where we're from, where we're born. I think there's so much beauty in that. And I think we just have to stop, look around, unravel, see it, and begin to experience it and live in it. And let it live through you. So in that way, it can be felt by others. I think that's the biggest takeaway. The beauty of storytelling.
This class.
Thank you.
We